Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we are talking Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show, the GMS show, shout out to him, because there's a little bit of drama, there's a little bit of chaos that we have to get to, so quickly I'll bring you guys up to speed for those of you who are not aware. Some weeks ago, Corey Holcomb said on his 5150 show that comes on every Tuesday night, that there was a woman from Detroit, Michigan that he was dealing with, he was talking to her, whatever, and claims that she asked him for $300, and he responded to her basically to show a picture of her private area, right? Spread eagle, and then he'll give her money, right? And so it was kind of an odd story because it felt like some things were being left out. He said that he was going to fly her out and stuff because she had said that she did some background singing and stuff, and he wanted to hire her for some projects because he does a lot of comedy songs and albums and all of the things. So he wanted to have her record some tracks. But there was just something that wasn't adding up with this story because I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like something wasn't all together, right? So this lady, she comes out and reveals herself, right? And, you know, says, you know, shows some DMs, shows some Facebook comments and things from Corey Holcomb, basically saying that the reason she came forward was Corey Holcomb, you know, put her son out there and said that she needed money for Christmas and all these things. And she was upset that he, like, basically inserted her kid in all of this. And so she ended up going on the GMS show, shout out to him, to provide these receipts to give a little bit more context, to give a little bit more background. Corey Holcomb made it seem like at first that this was just somebody who kind of was like a groupie who was just trying to get chose or trying to get seen. But this lady provided receipts basically saying that they have been talking for over 2+ years. And had been in constant correspondence and all of the things. However, I still feel there's something missing in the story because even there were a couple of DMs and screen grabs that it looked like that was sent to the GMS show, that there was something else that was kind of left out also. So that was a little bit weird. So nonetheless, you know, Corey Holcomb responds. I'm kind of just giving you the Cliff Notes version, right? Because it's a lot. The Cliff Notes version, Corey Holcomb responds yesterday on his 5150 show, refuses to say this woman's name, calls her autistic, claims that, you know, he never met her in person before and that she called him all the time and he was sick of her. But he said that he never met her in person, but somehow he knew who she was when he performed in the show in Detroit, because she was trying to get backstage, according to him, allegedly, right? And so then he also must have watched enough of the video to see the comment that basically said that that the 5150 show, they just sit around and eat Popeye's chicken. like it's just a lot, right? And so I guess my thing with Corey Holcomb, normally he calls out, he goes hard in the paint on women, especially Tasha K, who he still intends on suing. But he did not go this hard on this woman and did not want to expose her. I don't know if because he didn't want to give her any additional attention or clout, or if there's something else to the story. And then talked about how some dude, you know, ran his car into her house or into a mailbox or whatever, into her home, that she told him originally she didn't know, and he found out eventually that she did know him. Kept calling her autistic, but then said later on to have his team or somebody look up what autistic means, make it make sense. Then also said that, you know, he was more upset. He went in harder on the GMS show, which was weird. He was more upset that the GMS show had this lady on and was, you know, reading the DMs, reading the Facebook comments and Facebook messages than he was with the actual woman, which was very weird because it's like, wouldn't you technically be upset with the person who's exposing you, not the person who's receiving the receipts? And we're all YouTubers, we're all content creators. If somebody is coming to our platform with receipts and we're trying to get both sides because your side is leaving some details out, what is the problem, right? Like, it's not personal or any of the things. It's not a Tasha K situation where you have people just going on there and just saying the most salacious things they could get, that they could say. This woman had receipts. She had actual, text messages, DMs, Facebook messages, what have you, comments to show this is Corey Holcomb's verified account, and they were in correspondence for several years, right? Couple of years. Whereas Corey Holcomb tried to make it seem like this was like a fly-by-night type of situation, and she just popped up at the Detroit show being thirsty and all these things, but we find out that's not the case, that this actually has been going on for quite some time. And so then Corey Holcomb was so upset with the GMS show, he is asking him basically to pay him $10,000. And Corey Holcomb will reveal all of his DMs that he sends to women. So that he can basically say that there's no cap and that he keeps it 100 and keeps it a buck. But I feel like there's something missing with this story that I can't fully grasp what it is. And I have no idea why Corey Holcomb was going in on this woman, because she had mentioned a few R&B artists that she sang backup for, and now he's trying to say one of the R&B artists she mentioned that she allegedly accused them of RAPE, and but ended up they still were ending up boyfriend and girlfriend, and he didn't understand that, and so then he deduced that she was crazy and decided he was never going to fly her out, because originally he was going to fly her out to Los Angeles and have her record songs, but you still somehow intertwined with her at this Detroit show. So that's the piece I'm missing as far as, well, how did you know who she was in this Detroit venue, right? Because sometimes people can be a catfish, right? So nonetheless, GMS show, I saw a little bit of his response, but basically he was like, listen, I'm not apologizing for anything. Like, we're all here on YouTube. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it 100. You always say that you keep it a buck and keep it 100. So why are you coming for me? Right? These are actual receipts. This is actually you. So what is the problem? I just wish Corey would have been more transparent on what actually the situation is, right? It turned more into that another YouTuber is a clout chaser than actually what the issue at hand was, right? And old school Corey Holcomb, those of you who don't know, one of his jokes was always that if any woman wanted to hook up with him or whatever, that he would pay them $300 to go shopping at Burlington Coat Factory. That's like a long-running joke of his. However, it seems that it is kind of been modified for the females he likes to deal with online and be thirsty for online, and basically tells them if anybody's asking you for money that you've never met before, that he wants to see their private parts first. So, but I feel like there's just something more to the story. I just don't feel like out of the blue, this lady just randomly asked Corey Holcomb for $300 and there was no other interaction prior to that. There was no meetup prior to that. That is the piece that I am missing, because it just seems very random for that to be kind of, the smoking gun here. So that's the piece that I am still trying to figure out. And figure out, okay, what is the part that Corey Holcomb doesn't want us to know, because he went light on her compared to Tasha K, compared to other women that, he has had correspondence with, and it seemed as though he really wanted to focus in on the GMS show. He wanted to make that his focal point, kept calling him, how, those of you who are 5150, you know how he talks and says, oh, that's a cake bleep, whatever. But he knows exactly who the GMS show is and all of the things. And I just feel it was kind of a cop-out to come for another content creator, because that's the whole point. Like, we're here to create content, and if you are the topic, we're going to create content based off of you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And again, if people felt that there was something missing from your story, you weren't keeping it a buck, as you like to say, what is wrong with having this woman on here to, share her grievances? And a big issue people are having with you now, Corey, especially women, is you're inserting kids into the mix. You're inserting their children into the mix instead of just saying what the issue at hand is with their mom, right? because these kids are innocent. These kids have nothing to do with whatever your correspondence are with these ladies. So therefore, it's completely unnecessary to throw the kids into the mix, right? If you have an issue with this lady, tell us what the issue is, right? But you can't even go as far as to really say that. It was more so about you wanted to just air out different things that she told you allegedly, and then just basically go in harder on the YouTuber that allowed her the platform to share her receipts. But you didn't deny any of the receipts. So again, you watched enough of that, podcast on the GMS show to basically come to the conclusion there wasn't going to be much that you refuted. So again, I don't know, but here's the thing as well. If you don't want to, deal with any online exposures, why are you dealing with people online in the first place, right? And then putting them out there online in the first place, and then just expecting them not to say anything and not to respond, right? And all of the things, like, better, right? If you don't want your business out there, why are you putting somebody else's business out there that didn't want their business out there? And like she said, she wouldn't have came forward had you not mentioned her kid. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.